Well, greetings to you on this wet Wednesday. If you're in northern Michigan here to the Grayling area, it's going to be wet today. My daughter asked me, "Hey, Dad, how long is it supposed to rain?" And I said, "Until Friday." That's the reality of it. Going to be raining all day today, tomorrow, and into Friday, it looks like. And so that snow, that ice should slowly disappear. It's supposed to get a little colder this weekend. So hopefully all that water drains off the roads and the driveways and so on. But supposed to be a wet one today. And so be careful while you're out there. And uh, it's supposed to still be a little chilly. So cold and wet. There you go. So I don't know. Is this in like a March comes in like a lion, out like a lamb, or is it the other way around? I don't know. We'll see. Here we're getting close to the end of March. Good to be on with you today. And it is Wednesday, March the 23rd. And hopefully you all can be in church tonight, 6 o'clock. And looking forward to being in church this evening. Okay, here we go. Let's look. Let's turn in our Bibles to Proverbs chapter 17. Proverbs chapter 17. And if you would, join me down in verse number 27. So Proverbs 17 and verse number 27. The scriptures tell us, "He that hath knowledge spareth his words, and a man of understanding is and a man of understanding is of an excellent spirit." And so somebody who has attained knowledge, somebody, we'll just say this, somebody that's smart, doesn't always flaunt their smarts. Okay. It says here, the scriptures say, "He that hath knowledge spareth his words." He knows when somebody who has attained knowledge knows when to talk and knows how much to talk. Sometimes in our life, we can come across individuals, or maybe there are times when we are this individual where we just talk too much. Sometimes we just need to pause and listen. And sometimes nothing needs to be said. And a man of understanding realizes that and knows that. Sometimes when dealing with people, sometimes all they need is somebody to listen to. Sometimes all they need is a hug. They don't need a lecture. They don't need you to say something. And then look at the last word: "A man of understanding is of an excellent spirit." And somebody who has learned, who has gained that knowledge, who has understanding, also is not reactive in the moment. Sometimes we, as we've mentioned oftentimes, sometimes we overreact to situations because we're emotionally involved. And we need to take that step back. And a man of understanding understands the situation, understands the needs of the individuals in the situation, is controls his spirit, it does not overreact, is not all the way up here, and then also isn't all the way down here, but is just calm, cool, and collected. That is a man of understanding, an individual that knows what's going on, understands the situation and the people involved. Verse number 28. Get this now. "Even a fool," nobody desires to be the fool, but even a fool, when he holdeth his peace, is counted wise. Even the fool who restrains himself from overreaction, the fool that keeps himself from responding negatively or harshly in anger, is counted wise when he holdeth his peace, when he controls himself, when he keeps his mouth closed. Like we've said before, sometimes we can pour fuel on the fire of a situation with our words. And that's why sometimes it's just best not to say something. For example, or I'll just say this: just because you think something doesn't mean it needs to be said. And so guard your speech, guard your tongue. Even the fool is counted wise when he holds his speech. The last part of verse 28, "And he that shutteth his lips is esteemed a man of understanding. Just keeping your mouth closed sometimes. Just sitting back and learning and growing. And maybe in your mind, you're thinking through things and you think before you speak. So very important as you think about building relationships with people, even the marriage relationship, friendships, and so on. Sometimes it's best not to say anything. Sometimes it's best to take a step back, take a moment or two, work through things in our mind before tackling a situation, before correcting an individual, taking that time to just think. For he that shutteth his lips is esteemed a man of understanding. And so, once again, this reminder to guard your speech, to think before you speak. Even the fool, when he doesn't speak, when he pauses, he's kind of wise. And so, once again, great reminders about our speech, about those things that we say. And hopefully we're going to end with those two verses today. Hopefully they've been a good reminder for you. And we've seen throughout these chapters of Proverbs, we've seen this often. We need, excuse me, these constant reminders to guard our speech. And we need them because the tongue is a powerful member. And man, the tongue can do damage. It can do great good, but it can do damage. And so we need these constant reminders about the power of our tongue, the power of our speech. And so Proverbs is littered with reminders about that. And man, we need them. Okay. I'm going to end on those notes today, on those thoughts today, I guess. We'll begin in chapter 18 tomorrow. But thank you so much for being on this morning. A little bit shorter than normal. I know yesterday we were probably about twice as long. And so we'll let you out a little early today. We all like being let out of class when we were in school early. Well, I'll let you out of our power up a little early today. Okay. Let me give a couple shout outs. I'll let you go. Just a reminder, don't forget services tonight. And then I want to encourage you, be a part of the men, come to the men's prayer breakfast this Saturday. Starts at 8:00 and will only be an hour and a half or so. We'll look into the Word of God and you can enjoy some food, delicious food. I think there's going to be biscuits and gravy, some egg something, and then and those of you that are bean juice coffee lovers will have some of that too, and maybe some chocolate milk, my personal favorite, some orange juice, so on. So man, be sure to be a part of that men's prayer breakfast this Saturday. Starts at 8:00, and it'll be a great time in the Word of God. Spend some time in prayer as well. Now, let me give a few shout outs. Good morning, Ingrid. I love you. Have a wonderful day. Cliff and Karen, thank you so much for being on. Lord willing, we'll see you tonight. Phil and Carol, have a blessed day. Look forward to church this evening. Gene, thank you so much for being on, and God bless you today, and good morning to you. Cliff and Karen, once again, great thought there, praying daily for God's guidance. I want to say, man, that's so key there, asking the Lord for wisdom in our speech even. That's powerful. Gene, good morning to you. Have a wonderful day. And my mother-in-law is headed to a Tigers game, and good morning to you, Mom. And enjoy that Tigers game. And you and Dad catch a foul ball or something if you're sticking around for it. Perry, see you on here. Thanks for checking in here today. And Perry, we're typically on right around 8:30 every morning, and so you can look for us on the church Facebook page there, and it should be up there. Okay. Awesome. Lord bless you all. Have a great day, Lord willing. We'll see you tonight.